Discussed in the last class. Today I will discuss in the last class about the various etiological factors in causation of various tumors, that is etiology of the tumors. Today I will describe or discuss about the various molecular pathogenesis or mechanism of carcinogenesis, or it is also called biological marker of the tumor, biological molecular biology of the tumors. And this is a somewhat intricate or complicated topic, so you have to just read several times to remember, and जिसको हिंदी में कहते हैं रट जाना है. बहुत सा चीज़ नोमेनक्लेचर जीन का ये का बहुत सा समझ में नहीं आएगा, बार बार रटने के बाद वो क्लियर होगा. So I will describe about the molecular biology of the tumors. Before proceeding into the molecular biology of the tumors, I will describe what is normal or homeostasis in multicellular organisms. To exist in an orderly developmentally regulated cells generally have some common characteristics like limited proliferation capacity. Somatic cells are subject to Hayflick limit. Hayflick limit states that cell division are limited to 40 to 50. In some books it has been written up to 60, or in some books it has been written as 50 to 70. So the broad up to 40 to 70 divisions before undergoing senescence or death. So Hayflick limit is limited proliferation capacity of the cell, and cell undergoes 40 to 70 division before undergoing senescence and death. Second is encourage dependence. Proliferation requires binding via integrins or extracellular matrix. Specific integrins recognize specific extracellular molecules. Now contact inhibition, contact with like cells type inhibits cell movement and proliferation. Quiescent G0 cells or monolayer cells in cell culture. Contact with unlike cells allow motility and hence a spontaneous cell shortening. So in cancer there is contact inhibition, as a result of which there is proliferation of the cells. Or contact, as I have told you, contact with like cells inhibits cell movement and proliferation. So loss of contact inhibition occurs in cancer, as a result of which the cancer cell proliferates and differentiates. Now fourth is growth factor dependence. Proliferation of the cells depend on availability of the various tissue type specific growth factors. I have discussed growth factors in detail when I was taking the class of regeneration and healing, because first in the regeneration I have discussed cytokines, and after that growth factor also belongs to cytokines. So growth factor I have discussed in epidermal growth factor, fibroblast growth factor, transforming growth factor, then vascular endothelial growth factor, vascular derived endothelial growth factors, angiopoietin, erythropoietin, and and transforming growth factor, then alpha interferon, beta interferon, gamma interferon, and so on. So these growth factors, the growth of the tissue differentiation and depends on the specific type of growth factors. So withdrawal of growth factors leads to apoptosis. In cancer, withdrawal of growth factor leads to apoptosis. Now evolution of the cancer, human body has 10 to the power 14 cells descendant from a single egg cell. Human body has total 10 to the power 14 cells descendant from single egg cell. Many mutations occur in cells over lifetime. Mutations that favor growth of individual cells over growth of the organisms lead to cancer. Then half dozen of genes must be disabled to have full-fledged malignant cancers. Like tumor suppressor gene are normally present and these suppress the tumor. So inhibition of the tumor suppressor gene, that is oncogen, anti-oncogen, it is also called, leads to malignancy. So a half dozen of genes, that is tumor suppressor gene inhibition, must be disabled to have a full-fledged malignant cancer. Cancer cells have mutations that encourage mutation, flawed DNA repair mechanisms. Radiation paradoxically induces cancer and cures it. Radiation induces cancer as well as cures cancer also. Then multiple mutations are required for causation of cancer. More than one somatic mutation is probably needed to cause cancer. Then mechanism of mutation. The mechanism of mutations are 4 or 5 types. Point mutation, second is amplification, third is translocation, rearrangement, fourth is deletion, and fifth is altered expression. So these are the 4 mechanisms mainly of the mutations. Point mutation, that is a single pair of DNA is mutated. Amplifications, the segment of DNA is amplified. And translocation, that is change of location on the gene, then by transfer from one chromosome to another, that is gene rearrangement or translocation. And deletions means removal of the gene. Then altered expression also important. This is showing point mutation. Here the point mutation, a base pair is mutated. As for example, she had one mad cat and one sad rat. One mad cat and one sad rat. She had one mad cat. This mad replaced by bad. She had one bad cat. So this mad M replaced by rat R. So single base is replaced. That is change in single base pair, like guanine cytosine replaced by adenine thymine. So this is the point mutation, single base pair replacement. Then amplification. The amplification, this portion is amplified. This portion is amplified here in the long process. So N-MYC myelocytomatosis gene in neuroblastoma occurs, CRB2 gene in breast cancer. Then translocation, change in location of chromosome, change in location of chromosome. Like the C-MYC, this C-MYC gene is transferred to a locus on this 14. The C-MYC gene on the chromosome number 8 long arm is transferred to this chromosome number 14 of the long arm. So this C-MYC here it is transferred and it is on the 14 chromosome. Here it is IgH, heavy immunoglobulin chain, and below that this C-MYC gene is replaced from transferred from chromosome number 88 to chromosome number 14, and this is short after transfer of the gene. So this is called translocation. That is, this translocation occurs in Burkitt lymphoma. C-MYC gene translocation on the chromosome number 14 leads to Burkitt's lymphoma. So change in location of the chromosome. Then deletion. This gene is deleted. This green segment of the gene is deleted. This green is deleted. That is tumor suppressor gene is deleted in retinoblastoma. Then cell cycle regulation. In the cell cycle regulation, there is loss of cell cycle regulation in malignant cells. The cell cycle control system has checkpoints during G1, that is pre-synthetic phase, G2, pre-mitotic phase, and mitotic phase to exit mitosis, after mitosis. So these are there is loss of cell cycle regulation in the cancer. and the checkpoint at G1, G2, presynthetic, pre-mitotic and post-mitotic phase, there is a cell cycle checkpoint. This checkpoint signals report cell's status. Is the cell big enough? Is environmental factors are favorable? Is DNA damaged? Is DNA replicated? Are chromosomes attached to opposite poles? The properties of the cancer cells. The properties, mainly three properties of the cancer cells: lack of normal growth control, self-sufficiency in growth signals by overexpression or activation of oncogenes, that is genes causing cancer, insensitivity to anti-growth signals, that is inhibition of tumor suppressor gene or anti-oncogenes. Then evasion of programmed cell death, that is invasion of apoptosis, and unlimited replicative potential of the cell by telomerase activity, I will discuss later on, able to invade tissues and metastasize, loss of dependency on anchorage for growth and loss of contact inhibition, able to conscript normal cells, promote angiogenesis. Hallmark of cancer angiogenesis has been depicted in this cycle. There is first altered cell signaling, that is growth promoting oncogenes, then tumor suppression of inhibition of tumor suppressor gene, then altered stress response, that is mutator gene, apoptosis regulatory gene, telomerase activity is increased, so telomeres are dividing, the cell division at the telomeric end occurs indefinitely and autophagy. Fifth, the third is vascularization, like tumor angiogenesis and other modes. Invasion and metastasis, local invasion, metastatic cascade, then Warburg effect, excessive nutrient acquisition, altered metabolic pathway and oncometabolites. Then tumor microenvironment is also play part, which provides support or framework for the tumor growth. Then immune modulation, the anti-tumor immune response and escape from immune surveillance. And there is role of, besides this, there is role of microRNA, that is oncomeres, that is microRNA in oncogenesis, and there are epigenetic changes. So altogether there are 10 changes. So molecular pathogenesis, I have discussed excessive autonomous growth by activation of oncogene. Precursor gene is normal gene is proto-oncogene. It is mutated and converts into oncogene. Then refractoriness to the growth inhibition by suppression of tumor suppressor gene or inhibition of tumor suppressor gene or anti-oncogene. Then escape of cell death by apoptosis, then avoiding cellular aging, then continued perfusion of cancers by angiogenesis, invasion and distant metastasis, DNA damage repair system, then cancer progression and tumor heterogeneity, then multi-step molecular phenomenon and role of microRNA or oncomere in cancers, and epigenetic changes are also involved. Then loss of cell cycle regulation, as there is loss of cell cycle regulation in the cancers. I have told you before also that G1, G2, M phase there is a loss. So indefinitely replication of the cancer cells occurs. Then checkpoint, these are the checkpoints, that is proteins within cell control the cell cycle. Signals affecting critical checkpoints determine whether the cell will divide by cyclins or kinases. Here it is pre-synthetic phase at G1 check phase. Here it is pre-mitotic phase G2 checkpoint, and after mitosis to exit in the normal environment there is M checkpoint. G1 checkpoint is the G1 checkpoint pre-synthetic phase, is the cell ready to divide again. G2 checkpoint is the cell ready to enter mitosis, pre-mitotic point, and M checkpoint that is the cell ready to exit mitosis. These hallmarks of the cancer, 10 important fundamental changes of cell physiology. These hallmarks of the cancer, you have to writing these 10 points. You have to this cramp these 10 points. First, self-sufficiency in growth factors, insensitivity to growth inhibitory signals by suppression of tumor suppressor gene or anti-oncogenes, evasion of apoptosis, defect in DNA repair, limitless replicative potential by telomerase activity, sustained angiogenesis, ability to invade and metastasize, evasion in immune surveillance, role of microRNA and epigenetic changes. These 10 points are important. So hallmark of the cancer, 10 fundamental changes in cell physiology are self-sufficiency in growth signals. Tumors have capacity to proliferate without external stimuli, usually as a consequence of oncogene activation. Oncogenes means gene causing cancer. Then insensitivity to growth inhibitory cell. Tumor may not respond to molecules that are inhibitory to the proliferation of normal cells, such as transforming growth factor beta, direct inhibition of cyclin-dependent kinase. Defect in DNA repair. Tumor may fail to repair DNA damage caused by carcinogens, that is unregulated cell proliferation. Evasion of apoptosis. Tumor may be resistant to programmed cell death as a consequence of inactivation of p53 or TP53 tumor protein, also called tumor protein, or in short p53, protein 53, and other changes. Limitless replicative potential by telomerase activity. Tumor cells have unrestricted proliferative capacity associated with maintenance of telomeric length and function. Then sustained angiogenesis. Tumors are not able to grow without formation of vascular supply, which provides nutrition to the cancerous cell, which is induced by various factors. The most important are VEGF, that is vascular endothelial growth factor, or platelet derived growth factors. Then ability to invade or fibroblast growth factor also. Then ability to invade and metastasize. Tumor cells metastasize and are cause of vast majority of death and depends on the process that is intrinsic to the cell or initiated by signals from the tissue environment. Then evasion of immune surveillance, then role of the microRNA and epigenetic changes. The control of cell division is critical to normal tissue structure and functions. It is regulated by complex interplay of many genes that control cell cycle, with DNA replication and mitosis as major checkpoint. The cell cycle is tightly regulated to minimize transmission of genetic damage to subsequent generation. Progression through cell cycle is primarily controlled by cyclins, associated kinase and their inhibitors, like retinoblastoma and p53 or tumor protein TP53 are major suppressor genes involved in G1 that is pre-synthetic and S checkpoint control. Cancer may be perceived as a consequence of loss of cell cycle control and progressive genetic instability. Cell cycle regulatory genes commonly altered in human cancers are TP53 or p53 located on the chromosomes. Any gene location, first there is chromosome number, then whether it is arm, whether it is long arm, that is Q, and short arm petit. P stands for petit, that is short arm. First number is chromosome number, and first number is chromosome number, then arm of the chromosome petit, that is short arm or long arm. Then this is region of the chromosome and band of the chromosome. In some cases you will get subband also, point after point, subband. Then cyclin dependent kinase 2A, that is 9p22, that is chromosome number 9 at the petit or short arm, then region number 2, band number 2. Then retinoblastoma 1 gene, that is chromosome number 13 on the long arm, and region number 1 and band number 4. Then cyclin dependent CCNDK1, then CDC25A, CDC25B, then KIPL gene, KIPL, that is cyclin dependent kinase, cyclin kinase inhibitors of kinase, that is P27. Its gene is called P27, that is KIPL, and its down regulation is involved in colon cancer, prostate cancer and breast cancer. Source of DNA damage: exogenous by chemicals, ionizing radiation; endogenous by free radicals, then single strand breakpoint in the DNA due to replication and replication of fork collapse; then specialized, that is recombination, cross switching; then somatic hyper mutations and meiosis. This is the mechanism of the DNA damage. This DNA damage cell cycle control DNA repair is normal. In case of normal by this an apoptosis, this cell cycle is controlled. Then if there is defect in DNA repair, this is genetic and epigenetic changes causing cancer. So defect in the DNA repair as well as your evasion of apoptosis leads to cancer. Some acronym, that is MYC. In the gene you will come across MYC, myelocytomatosis. MYC stands for myelocytomatosis. SIS, simian sarcoma. ERB, erythroblastoma. SRC, Ross sarcoma virus. RAS, rat sarcoma virus. Then yes, 2 virus Y73 and ESH sarcoma isolated from chicken owned by Mr. ESH. ABL, Abelson-Murine leukemia virus. FOS, Finkel-Biskin Jenkins Rayleigh mouse sarcoma virus, and Junana. So these are the various acronyms come across terminology of the virus. RET also. Then oncogenes. These oncogenes are mutation of normal genes. There is normal genes in our cell cycle for control of growth, and these are called proto-oncogenes. And this mutation of proto-oncogenes causes oncogenes, which bring about proliferation and differentiation of the cell. So these proto-oncogenes are platelet-derived growth factors, epidermal growth factors, HER2 and ERB2. RET for codes for growth factor receptors involved in thyroid cancer. KRAS involved in lung cancer. NRAS, MYC, myelocytomatosis C1, NMYC, N-myelocytomatosis, LMYC. I will come across B-cell lymphoma 2, BCL2, B-cell lymphoma 2, CCDN, cyclin dependent kinase in a D1 inhibitor, and cyclin dependent kinase B1 codes for liver cancer involved in. MDM2 also various sarcomas. So oncogenes are cancer causing gene, and oncogenes are mutation of normal genes or proto-oncogenes. Oncogenes are cancer causing genes and are mutations of normal genes, that is proto-oncogenes. Proto-oncogenes are normal cellular genes which are involved in growth regulation. Proto-oncogenes are normal cellular genes which are involved in growth regulation. And oncogenes are result from activation of proto-oncogenes and lead to unrestricted growth control. Genes known as proto-oncogenes code for proteins that stimulate cell division. Mutated forms are proto-oncogenes are called oncogenes. These cause a stimulatory protein to be overactive, with result that cell proliferates excessively, and there is gain of mutation also. See, so these oncogenes are mutated products of proto-oncogenes which are normal genes, and these mutated oncogenes are cancer causing genes. There are classification. I will then in the next slide. There is classification of various oncogenes. The oncogenes, selected oncogenes are described like growth factors, like platelet derived growth factors beta chain, fibroblast growth factors HST gamma and FGF, fibroblast growth factor 3. Then transforming growth factor alpha, TGFA, hepatocyte growth factors. Overexpression leads to hepatocellular carcinoma. Hepatocyte growth factors, transforming growth factors overexpression leads to astrocytoma, and this fibroblast growth factor overexpression leads to osteogenic sarcoma, and these fibroblast growth factors 3 amplification causes stomach cancer, bladder cancer, breast cancer and melanoma. Then growth factor receptors, epidermal growth factor family, ERBB1, then ERBB2, HER, also called FMS like tyrosine kinase, FLT3, then receptor for neurotrophic factors, RET, then platelet derived growth factor receptor, PDGF growth receptors, then receptor for KIT ligand and ALKL anaplastic lymphoma kinase receptors. So ALK are anaplastic lymphoma kinase receptors. Then proteins involved in signal transduction, cytoplasmic proteins involved in signal transduction like GTP binding proteins, KRAS, HRAS, NRAS, GNAQ, GNAS. Then non-receptor tyrosine kinase, ABL. Then RAS sarcoma, RAS signal transduction, BRAF, Notch signal transduction, Notch1, then JAK, STAT signal transduction, JAQ. This transduction is transfer of genetic material through mediators. Transduction is just a translocation, change is locus of a gene, and transduction is transfer of genetic material through mediators like virus. So this transduction activators MYC and NMYC, cyclin regulators. These are nuclear regulator proteins, nuclear regulatory proteins. These are cytoplasmic involved in protein involved in signal transduction. This nuclear regulatory protein MYC and NMYC, cell cycle regulator like cyclin CCND, cyclin D1 and cyclin dependent kinase CDK4. So these are the oncogenes, and this activation of proto-oncogenes or mutation occurs through point mutation, gene amplification, translocation, chromosome arrangement, altered regulation and gene fusion. Then transduction, transfer of genetic material by mediators. Transduction into retrovirus, viral oncogenes, loss of degradation signals and viral insertion. So these are the activation process of activation of proto-oncogenes by point mutation, gene amplification, translocation, chromosome rearrangement, transduction, loss of degradation signals and viral insertions. Then tumor suppressor gene. Tumor suppressor genes are normal genes that regulate the growth of the cells. Loss of function of the tumor suppressor gene can lead to cancer. When mutated, the mutant allele behaves as recessive. Oncogene act as a dominant gene. So this tumor suppressor gene, inhibition of tumor suppressor gene acts as a recessive gene, and as long as the cell contains one normal allele, that is tumor suppression continues. Oncogenes on contrast behave as dominant. One mutant or overly active allele can predispose to the cancer cell to tumor formation. The tumor suppressor gene are APC, adenomatous polyposis coli, 5q21, that is located on chromosome number 5 at the long arm at the region number 2 and band number 1. So DPC4, neurofibromatosis 1, neurofibromatosis 2, cyclin dependent kinase and 2A, then retinoblastoma 1, TP53 or P53, 17q21, Wilms tumor 1 gene, breast carcinoma gene 1, breast carcinoma gene 2, and von Hippel-Lindau's disease. It is involved in renal cell carcinoma. This tumor suppressor genes has been classified by many. The standard system is cell surface gene transforming growth factor receptors, EEC adhering on the 16 chromosome on the long arm. Inner aspect of the plasma membrane, neurofibromatosis 1, 17q11, that is chromosome 17, long arm, region number 1, band number 1. Cytoskeleton, neurofibromatosis 2 gene, that is situated on long arm of chromosome number 22. Then cytosol, APC gene, 5q21, adenomatous polyposis coli gene, or that is chromosome number 5 on the region number 2 and band number 1. Then pattern on the region, chromosome number 10q23. Then SMAD2 10q, SMAD4 10, SMAD4 18q. Nucleus, in the nucleus retinoblastoma as 13q, that is long arm of 13 as region number 1 and band number 4. P53 17p 13, that is situated on chromosome number 17 at region number 1, band number 3. Wilm tumor 1 at chromosome number 11, short arm petite on band number, region number 1, band number 3. Wilms tumor 2 situated on chromosome number 11 at the band number of the short arm petite at the region number 5 and sub band at 5. Then P16, that is cyclin dependent kinase. Then 17q2 and BRC1 at 17q21, BRC2 13q 12.83. Then KLF6 and von Lindau-Hippel disease, LVH or von Hippel-Lindau disease, LVH or VHL, in renal cell carcinoma. Second way of classifying in the recent textbook of Robbins, it is taken from that book. Tumor suppressor gene are inhibitor of mitosis, APC gene, neurofibromatosis 2, PTCH past gene, basal cell carcinoma, medulloblastoma. Then pattern gene 10q23 involved in diverse cancers and lymphoid tumors. SMAD2 and SMAD4 juvenile polyposis. Then inhibitors of cell cycle progression, retinoblastoma gene and cyclin dependent kinase 2A. Then inhibitors of growth programs of metabolism and angiogenesis. Inhibitors of growth programs of metabolism and angiogenesis. VHL gene 3p25, STK11, then SDHB and SDHD. Then inhibitors of invasion and metastasis, CDH1. Enablers of genomic stability, TP53, tumor protein 53 or P53 also called. 17p 13.1, that is short arm of chromosome 17 at the region number 1, band number 3 and sub band number 1. DNA repair factors, BRC1 and BRC2 gene, MSH1, MSH2, MLH1 and MSH6 gene involved in colonic carcinoma. And unknown mechanisms, Wilm tumor 1 gene, Wilm tumor 2 gene and MEN1. Menin gene, that is multiple endocrine neoplasia, 1 gene. Then tumor suppressor gene divided into two categories, gatekeeper gene and caretaker gene. The caretaker gene maintain integrity of the genome by repairing DNA, like BRC1, BRC2 and P53. Gatekeeper gene inhibits proliferation of the cell with damage of DNA and apoptosis. P53, retinoblastoma, adenomatous polyposis coli gene, neurofibromatosis 1 and E-cadherin, CDH1. These gatekeeper gene are P53, retinoblastoma 1 and APC gene. Caretaker gene are BRC1, BRC2, MSH2 gene, MSH1 gene, FMMC gene and Geroderma pigmentosa gene. Mechanism of action of tumor suppressor gene, suppression of cell division is the main mechanism adopted by most of the tumor suppressor gene. DNA damage repair, these are the normal phenomenon. capable of fixing DNA damage including DNA mismatch, P53, BRC, MS2, MLH1 and ATM, ataxia telangiectasia mutated gene. Then induction of apoptosis maintains normal homeostasis and suppresses cancer, inhibition of metastasis. So these are the normal function of the tumor suppressor gene. So this inhibition of tumor suppressor gene causes unlimited cell division, DNA damage, mismatched DNA or defect in DNA repair, then evasion of apoptosis and this metastasis, induction of metastasis. Then loss of heterozygosity. Tumor suppressor gene are recessive. Cells that contain one normal and one mutated gene are called heterozygous. Two normal genes are called homozygous, but mutated gene contain one normal and one mutated gene, heterozygous, but still behave normally. However, there are several mechanisms which can cause a cell to lose its normal gene and thus predispose to develop into tumor. These may result in loss of heterozygosity, LOH. In short, it is called LOH. You will come across in many tumors loss of heterozygosity. Mechanism of loss of heterozygosity: deletion of normal allele, chromosome deletion of chromosome containing normal allele, entire chromosome deletion, loss of chromosome containing normal allele followed by duplication and mitotic recombination. These are the mechanisms for loss of heterozygosity. Then mismatched DNA repair or genomic instability of cancer cells or enabler of malignancy. Genomic instability of cancer cells are enabler of malignancy by mismatch or defect in DNA repair. DNA repair gene is like a spell checker, like in hereditary non-polyposis colon cancer, Geroderma pigmentosa, ataxia telangiectasia, Bloom syndrome and Fanconi anemia. Then inherited non-polyposis colon cancer, mismatch, repair mutations or microsatellites tandem repeats of 1 to 6 nucleotides. So this microsatellites remains constant, and variation of microsatellite length is a hallmark of mismatch repair defect. And this mismatch repair defect, MSH2 is situated on 2p22, MLH1 situated on 3p21, HPM human PMS1 located on 2q31 to 33, H human PMS2 located on 7p23. So these are the genes involved in defective copy of DNA repair genes involved in hereditary non-polyposis colon cancer due to defect in DNA. Then Geroderma pigmentosa is caused by inherited defect in nucleotide excision repair gene. Mutation of different genes about nucleotide excision repair. That Geroderma pigmentosa gene, that is 8th gene, is 9q21. The chromosome number 9 on the long arm at region number 2 and band number 2. So this gene defect, excision defect is involved in Geroderma pigmentosa. Then hereditary non-polyposis colon, Geroderma pigmentosa. Then the ataxia telangiectasia, ATM gene. This defect in ATM genes underlies 3 recessive, autosomal recessive like ataxia telangiectasia, Bloom syndrome and Fanconi anemia. Ataxia telangiectasia gene is 11q2223. Bloom syndrome gene is 15q26.1, that is situated on Bloom's gene situated on chromosome number 5 at the long arm at the region number 2, then band number 6 and subband number 1. Fanconi anemia is successive pattern of inheritance, mutation of at least one of 19 genes which involved in DNA damage responsible pathway. Then evasion of apoptosis. Fourth mechanism, first is activation of oncogene, then inhibition of anti-oncogene. Third is defect in mismatch or defect in DNA repair. Then evasion of apoptosis. This apoptosis evasion is brought about by B cell lymphoma 2 gene, P53 gene, and MYC, myelocytomatosis gene. This evasion of mitosis by activation of pro-apoptotic factors like BAD, BAX, BID, and P53 genes. And apoptosis inhibitor gene are B cell lymphoma 2, B cell lymphoma X. So this activation of pro-apoptotic factors BAD, BX, BID, and P53, activation of pro-apoptotic factors, and inhibition of apoptosis inhibitor gene BCL2 and BCLX is there. Inhibition of inhibition of apoptosis inhibitors and this activation of pro-apoptotic factors are involved in evasion of apoptosis. Then limitless replicative potential by telomerase activity. After each mitosis cell doubling, there is progressive shortening of the telomeres, which is terminal tip of the chromosomes. Telomerase is the RNA enzymes that helps in repair of such DNA damage and maintains normal telomeric length in successive cell division. Cancer cells is most malignant, upregulated by telomerase enzyme. Telomeres determine the limited number of duplication a cell will have, like a cat with 9 lives. Telomerase present in more than 90% of the human cancers. Changes telomeres so that they will have unlimited replicative potential. Telomerase activity is often high in tumor cells, preventing loss of DNA from chromosome end. So this is the telomeric effect, and this telomerase is an enzyme secreted by the liver. This tumor angiogenesis, 6th point is sustained perfusion or vascularization by tumor angiogenesis, like vascular endothelial growth factor and fibroblast growth factor beta. Tumor size is regulated allowed by angiogenesis and angiogenesis balance. Then sustained perfusion of the cancer cells or vascularization. These cancer cells cannot thrive without neovascularization. And this tumor angiogenesis is brought about by tumor angiogenesis, promoters of tumor angiogenesis factors like vascular endothelial growth factor and basic fibroblast growth factors. Then anti-angiogenesis factor inhibiting angiogenesis include thrombospondin 1, angiostatin, endostatin, and vasculostatin. So there is promotion of tumor angiogenesis factor like VEGF and beta fibroblast growth factors, and inhibition of anti-angiogenesis factor like thrombospondin 1, angiostatin, endostatin, and vasculostatin. Then angiogenic factors activation, vascular endothelial growth factors, fibroblast growth factor, tumor transforming growth factor beta, angiotensin and angiopoietin, platelet activating factors. And the inhibition of anti-angiogenic factors like angiostatin, endostatin, vasculostatin, and thrombospondin 1. So this inhibition of anti-angiogenic factors and promotion or activation of angiogenetic factors are involved in vasculogenesis or tumor angiogenesis. Other modes of vascular angiogenesis are vascular cooption, intrasusceptive microvascular growth, and vascular mimicry. Then ability to invade and metastasize, invasion factors, detachment. First, tumor cells are detached, loosened up, then there is attachment to the extracellular matrix, then degradation of extracellular matrix, as for example collagenase by liberating enzymes, and migration of the tumor cells in the underlying basement membrane. So loosening of the intercellular junctions, that is loosening of the tumor, that is detachment. Loosening, then attachment. Loosening and attachment to the basement membrane. This attachment then degradation by collagenase liberated by the tumors, and then after degradation it is released into the underlying tissue, expelled from the vascular tissue. So mechanism or biology of local invasion and metastasis, aggressive clonal proliferation or angiogenesis, tumor cell loosening, tumor cell extracellular matrix interaction, then degradation of extracellular matrix, metalloproteinase, collagenase and gelatinase, entry of tumor cells into the capillary lumen by autocrine motility factors, cleavage product of matrix component following degradation of extracellular matrix, thrombus formation, extravasation of tumor cells, survival and growth of metastatic deposit. This invasion metastasis cascade has been shown in the Robbins, that is aggressive clonal proliferation primary, then tumor cell loosening, then adhesion of tumor cells, degradation of extracellular matrix, transformation of growth, bone marrow invasion, local invasion, angiogenesis, intravasation in the vasculars, these blood vessels, then after intravasation embolization, circulating tumor cells are embolized to distant sites, then adhesions to the blood vessels, then extravasations and angiogenesis, micrometastasis and colonization by metastatic and resulting in metastatic by embolization, then adhesion to nearest blood vessels, then extravasation and metastatic growth, micrometastasis and colonization of the growth occurs. Then escape of immune surveillance or evasion of host defense. Host defense is brought about by CD8 T cells, that is cytotoxic killer cells, NK cells, macrophages and antibodies. Immune surveillance is brought about by, host defense is brought about by these four types of cells: antibodies, macrophages, natural killer cells and cytotoxic T cells. The marker is CD8. Four cells, normal cells. These normal cells, these CD8 cytotoxic killer cells directly killing, then this activated interleukin 1-2, these macrophages, tumor necrosis factors, and direct cytotoxic NK cells, antibody dependent cell cytotoxicity, and humoral antibodies. These bring about the conversion of normal cell into the cancer cells. These all four human, this immune mechanism surveillance is evaded. These all the four mechanisms of the normal growth, normal cell growth is evaded. So progresses to tumor. How do tumor cells escape immunosurveillance? Mutation, decrease major histocompatibility molecules on the tumor cell surface, lack of co-stimulation molecules, CD21 and ICOS, immunosuppressive agents, then immunosuppressive agents, antigen masking, apoptosis of cytolysis of CD8, that is damned tumor cells kills the T cell antigen. So mutation, MSC molecules, lack of co-stimulation molecules, immunosuppressive agents and antigen masking, as a result of which the tumor cells escape immune surveillance. Then role of microRNA. This roll of genome contains 1000 microRNA, they constituting 5% of the total genome. This microRNA comprise seed sequence in their 32 untranslated region. This microRNA are small non-coding, microRNA are a small non-coding single-stranded RNA molecule approximately containing 22 nucleotides in length that mediates sequence specific inhibition of messenger RNA and translation through the action of RNA-induced silencing complex. Role of microRNA also in cancer are called oncomeres. In tumor progression, role of microRNA are called oncomeres. These oncomeres normal microRNA in cancers. So in cancer, microRNA have oncogenic role. Initiation and progression are termed oncomere RNA and are called oncomeres. Oncomeres RNA influence various cellular processes in cancer such as control of proliferation, cell cycle regulation, apoptosis, differentiation, metastasis and metabolism. The microRNA sequence can drive oncogen expression, whereas overactivity can inhibit tumor suppressor gene function. Thus, microRNA 200 is important for invasion and metastasis. So this is the role of microRNA. Epigenetic change. Epigenetic relating to epigenesis. Epigenesis is development of or regulation of expression of gene activity without alteration of genomic structure or genetic structure. Epigenesis is heritable chemical modification of DNA or chromatin that does not alter the DNA sequence. Epigenetics refers to factors other than sequence of DNA that regulate gene expression, thereby cellular phenotype. Epigenetic changes show carcinogens acting on activators or suppressor of genes, not on the gene themselves. So, post-translational modification of histone, acetylation and DNA methylation without changes in the primary DNA sequence can influence gene expression, including silencing tumor suppressor gene. The therapeutic strategies to demethylate selected DNA sequence may be efficacious in these cases. So, these are the epigenetic change. These epigenetic regulatory genes are DNMT3A, causes DNA methylation, MLL1 histone methylation, MLL2 ARIDIA nucleosome positioning or chromatin remodeling, SNF5 nucleosome positioning or chromatin remodeling, PBRM, then CREBBP or EP300 histone acetylation. Involved in methylation, acute myeloid leukemia, histone methylation, acute leukemia infants, nucleosome positioning in ovarian carcinoma, then nucleosome positioning and chromatin remodeling in malignant rhabdoid tumors, and histone acetylation in diffuse large B-cell lymphoma. Dysregulation of cancer-associated genes, translocation, deletion, gene amplification, and chromothripsis is involved. Then stromal microenvironment and carcinogenesis. Cancer cells are heterogeneous collection including malignant cells as well as non-cancerous inflammatory and stromal cells. Increasingly, it is recognized that while tumors clearly influence their surrounding stroma by inducing neovascularization, desmoplastic matrix, the host stromal cells, extracellular matrix inflammation can also modulate tumor growth. That is, stromal microenvironment modulate also tumor growth. These genetically altered cells, hyperplasia, dysplasia, in situ cancer and invasive cancer. So there is a sequence of changes in cancerous cell. Then Knudsen tooth height hypothesis involved in not one hit hypothesis, that is not one sequence, it involves two hit for causation of cancer, like in retinoblastoma and in colorectal carcinoma. Knudsen 2-hit hypothesis in your retinoblastoma and colon cancer, first conversion into your adenoma carcinoma sequence. This normal epithelium in adenoma, this normal epithelium of the colon converted by loss of methylation of APC gene and loss of chromosome 5q21 result in hyperproliferative epithelium, dysplastic foci by hypomethylation of DNA, hypomethylation converts into early adenoma or early dysplasia. This early adenoma on mutation of RAS gene converted into intermediate adenoma or moderate dysplasia. Then this loss of heterozygosity is converted to late adenoma or severe dysplasia, and loss of P53 gene, that is tumor protein 53 gene, result in this severe dysplasia or late adenoma into carcinoma. So this is the adenoma carcinoma sequence by 2 hit, first hit here and second hit here. Warburg's hypothesis, this prime cause of cancer is replacement of respiration of oxygen in normal body cells by aerobic glycolysis. This is devised by Warburg. Many oncogenes and tumor suppressor genes are modulating metabolic functioning of the cancer cells. So this Warburg effect is growth promoting metabolic changes, excessive nutrient acquisition, altered metabolic pathway, oncometabolites in tumor angiogenesis. Challenges are in diagnosis, then prognosis and treatment. Diagnosis, molecular solution, molecular diagnosis, prognosis, molecular prognosis, treatment, either the tumor cells are cut surgery, or tumor cells are burnt, that is radiation, or tumor cells are poisoned, that is chemotherapy. So this is the target, the challenges are in targeted therapy. Thanks about in very short about the molecular biology of the cancer or molecular carcinogenesis or molecular pathogenesis of the cancer. Now, theories of mechanism of cancer, oncogenesis, monoclonality of the tumor. Tumor arises from single cells. Field theory of the cancers, cancer growth from a certain particular focus or field. This field theory of cancer, tissue organization field theory, then somatic mutation theory came into vogue, then immune surveillance theory, epigenetic theory, I have discussed in epigenesis detail, then genetic theory of the cancer, genetic regulators of normal and abnormal mitosis by proto-oncogenes, that is your oncogenes activation, so inhibition of anti-oncogenes, then apoptosis regulatory genes, evasion of apoptosis, then evasion of DNA mismatch repair or defect in DNA repair. In cancer, there is activation of growth promoting oncogenes, inactivation of cancer suppressor gene, abnormal apoptosis regulatory, failure of DNA repair genes. Multi-step theory, driver mutation and development of cancer phenotype, initiator mutation, multiple driver multi-hit process, another loss of function mutation. This multi-step carcinogenesis is the first hit, second hit, so this occur in multi-step carcinogenesis clearly revealed by adenoma carcinoma sequence in your colorectal tumors. So this is again genetically altered cell hyperplasia, dysplasia in situ cancer, that is in the cancer confined to the cell, single cell only, then invasive cancer that is underlying connective tissue. Molecular carcinogenesis, multi-step carcinogenesis, this is important flow chart. Environmental DNA damaging agents like chemical, radiation, virus, acquired mutation, normal cell, successful DNA repair, then are converted into normal cells. Failure of DNA repair, inherited mutation in DNA affecting repair gene, gene affecting cell growth or apoptosis. This causes failure of DNA repair or mutation in genome of the somatic chromosomes. Then activation of growth promoting oncogenes, inactivation of tumor suppressor gene, then alteration of genes that regulate apoptosis. These cause unregulated cell proliferation, oncogen activation and inactivation of tumor suppressor gene, decreased apoptosis, clonal expansion, angiogenesis further, escape of immunity, additional mutation causes tumor progression, malignant transformation or neoplasm, then invasion and metastasis. I have discussed in detail about the invasion angiogenesis and invasion and metastasis. So in nutshell, this is about the various molecular pathogenesis of the cancer or molecular carcinogenesis in very short, and various theories in cancer's evolution. Monoclonality, then multi-step process, genetic theory, and mutations, multiple mutations are done in cancer progression and differentiation. Thank you. In the next class, I will discuss about the various staging of the cancer, then metastasis of the cancer, routes of invasion and routes of spread of the tumor, spread of the tumor to distant site without continuity is called metastasis. So metastasis, then tumor grading, then signs symptoms of your neoplasms, local effect and remote effect. I will discuss in the next class. Thank you.